What are the number of PN junctions in a resistor? Bishop is here. 2. 2 is correct.
Your total is 39 points. The instrument used to measure atmospheric pressure.
Barometer.
Barometer. That is right. Thank you.
The ovary is located at the top of the pistil. Is that true? That's correct. What are the number of PN junctions in a resistor? Bishop is here. 2. 2 is correct.
Your total is used to measure atmospheric pressure?
Barometer.
Barometer. That is right. Thank you.
I don't go. Charlie, you know the way to go pick way. Oh. Why you they pick my call? Charlie, what's up? See, from the time we from Jane come, I order two. I west side.
How is that possible?
Charlie, I don't know.
Charlie, it rains them.
Charlie, don't have vex. I don't call the guys if no they pick.
I ordered pizza from your people yesterday. I told them I didn't want pork. And they added pork to my pizza.
Yeah, no discount at all. Not even 5% discount.
Actually,
What's up?
I'll go feel whether you like 1 hour days. The two never they come.
Where you get the number from?
Charlie, it be some 054 number. I think I'm for Google.
Oh, Charlie, you make them scam me. This one here, them scam me.
This and many more are the reasons I want to introduce to you a solution, an app for all your Pizza Man Chicken Man needs. We build this with you in mind. Order your food, track your order in real time, secure payment method, and instant point on every purchase that you make. In fact, you can accumulate these points and use it as discount for your subsequent orders. And trust me, all the orders that you make, we take into detail all your allergies so that you didn't have any complication with your product. Now, pick your phones. Open either App Store or Play Store. Search Chris B. Download it. I can't wait to serve you through your phones. Anytime, anywhere.
The number you called has not answered.
I don't go. Charlie, you know the way to go pick way.
The ideal Solomon Bennett student is someone who is an all-rounder. I mean, practically, intellectually, morally, physically. First, the study of science was chew, pour, pass, and forget.
As a school, we thought it's as very important to let our children have a practical experience with what they study. So as a school, we decided to introduce the science sets.
As a parent, I experience what is being taught to my child in school, in the house, and I see my children telling me this is what brings the force to the machine that is carrying the load and the rest, and I'm like, wow, if at grade 5 and 6 a child is able to have all this at the back of their mind and be hands-on, then the future is bright.
Science sets has been the game changer for Solomon Bennett Memorial as a school.
Good afternoon, everyone. Can you all hear me? Good afternoon, everyone. You are welcome to the final contest of the quarter-final stage of the Junior Science and Maths quiz. Please let's give each other a big round of applause. So as we all know, this quiz is organized by the Premier College, the College of Science here at the Kwame Nkrumah University of Science and Technology, which is of course the #1 destination globally for quality education, in collaboration with the Ghana Education Service, Dext Technologies, and Eridec Ghana Limited. We appreciate and acknowledge all our sponsors for coming on board and supporting us in diverse ways. This 2023 edition is proudly sponsored by the KNUST e-learning. For all our production, media, and video coverages, we are grateful. At KNUST e-learning center, we say just a click. We also like to acknowledge the KNUST Institute of Distance Learning. Thank you for making our journey around the nation very easy and pleasurable all through the regionals. Your venues provided are very well appreciated. At KNUST IDL, we say lifelong learning, an essential key for development. We are also very grateful to Dext Technologies for powering our Science and Technology Challenge round and always keeping it very exciting and hands-on. Dext Technologies, practical science is now practical. We also say a big thank you to Multi-Credit Savings and Loans Limited for all our prizes this year. You have been generous, and we thank you so much. At Multi-Credit, where customer satisfaction is our priority, your commitment shines through in every aspect of your service. Also, Pizza Man, Chicken Man, thank you so much for your wonderful meal packages, and your dedication to providing delightful culinary experiences is indeed evident. At Pizza Man, Chicken Man, where great food lives, every bite tells a story of quality and excellence. We are also truly grateful to Fonjo Images for providing beautifully captured and well-framed photographs for our top 3 contestants. At Fonjo Images, we make your memories come alive. Finally, we would like to thank our media partner, Kesben TV. We thank you so much for partnering with us. Your engaging broadcasts and commitments to quality have significantly amplified our reach and impact. We deeply appreciate your dedicated support and collaboration. I think our sponsors and partners deserve a big round of applause. I would also like to take this opportunity to salute each and every head of the various schools and our dedicated teachers who have spent time preparing the contestants for this competition. Let's clap for our teachers. Also to you, my wonderful contestants, thank you so much for representing your school. Indeed, burning the midnight oil and coming up here, you have made your names get registered in this competition, so you also deserve a round of applause. And finally, my supporters, you always keep our contests very exciting, and so give yourselves a thunderous round of applause. As I said earlier, this is the final contest of the quarterfinal stage, and competing in this contest, we have KYERE Educational Complex, BACE Model, JHS, and AHENEMBA International School. Let's clap for them. So before I move on, I would like the contestants to introduce themselves. I'll begin with KYERE Educational Complex. Kindly introduce yourselves.
Sapona Najwa.
Ban Edmond.
And then from BACE Model School, we have
Adumare Oma. I do make courage.
Let's clap for them. And last but not the least, from AHENEMBA International School, we have
Odilia Fabian Newman.
And I come now, Daku also dance.
Let's clap for them. So my name is Dr. Dokas Oyuele-Kodi. I'll be your quiz moderator for this last quarterfinal contest. And so we will begin. So my contestants, please make sure that your microphones are on and do not turn them off until the end of the contest. As I read out the rules, can our contestants kindly have their sheets for their calculations? So I'll continue. As we know, there are 5 rounds in this contest. The first round is the fundamentals round. The second round is the fastest brain, fastest finger round. The third round is the science and technology challenge round. The fourth round, the decoding the clues round. And the last round, round 5, which is the Global Nobel Prize Awards round. Now, before each round, my dear contestants, I would read out the instructions, and you are to adhere strictly to the instructions, or you'll be penalized as stipulated in those instructions. I hope that's clear. Again, no communication between you and the audience. So, the last thing I would like to reiterate is we all know how the buzzers work. Once one school presses the buzzer, it deactivates the buzzer for the other 2 schools. And so there's no circumstance under which your buzzer is not working. If both 2 schools press a buzzer and 1 school sounds, it means that they were the first to press and no other school can press the buzzer because that is how it has been made. I hope we are clear. Great. So before we begin round 1, let's give our contestants a big round of applause. Round 1. This round consists of questions from biology, chemistry, physics, mathematics, and ICT. Now, if a school gets a question correct, 3 points are awarded. If it is incorrectly answered, it becomes available as a bonus to the other 2 schools to compete for. And the score for a bonus question is 1 point. Schools will have 15 seconds to answer questions that do not require calculations and 40 seconds to answer questions that require calculations. Each school will have a maximum of 2 attempts for their main question and 1 attempt for a bonus question. As I said earlier, the bonus question is open to the other 2 schools to compete for by ringing their buzzers. And so we would like at this point to test the buzzers of each of the schools. We'll begin with KYERE Educational Complex. Great. BACE Model GHS. AHENEMBA International School. Wonderful. Failing to press your buzzer before answering the bonus question nullifies your answer, and no points will be awarded even if you are correct. So best wishes to all of you, and we begin. So the first set of questions, there's a preamble. You are to identify the following elements that will be shown on the screen. I'll begin with KYERE Educational Complex. That's your element.
Titanium.
That is correct for 3 points. BACE Model, your element.
Cobalt.
That is incorrect. You have 1 more attempt. You've been bailed out. KYERE Educational.
Copper.
That is wrong. AHENEMBA, you have a chance. So the answer is manganese. Manganese. AHENEMBA, your question.
Zinc.
Come again.
Zinc.
That is wrong. KYERE educational.
Molybdenum.
That is wrong. BACE model.
Nickel.
Nickel is correct for a bonus. The second set of questions. I'll begin with BACE model JHS. Which process involves the breeding of plants or animals for specific desirable traits?
Gaseous exchange.
No. AHENEMBA.
Mixed farming.
No. Share educational.
Artificial insemination.
No. Artificial selection or selective breeding. AHENEMBA, your major question. What type of farming involves the cultivation of crops without the use of synthetic fertilizers or pesticides?
Green farming.
That is correct. Share educational. What is the role of mycorrhizal fungi in the root systems of many plants? Can I have some silence in the audience, please?
So they convert nitrogen gas into nitrate ions so that it can be available to the plants for use.
That is not correct.
They add the soil. They add the soil more nitrogen ions.
No. AHENEMBA, you rang?
The fixation of nitrogen in the soil.
No. So they facilitate nutrient absorption and then water absorption, and they also improve the plant health and resistance to pests. The third set of questions. I'll begin with AHENEMBA. This is a calculation question, so you have 50 seconds. Determine the 3 consecutive odd integers such that twice the sum of the first and the third integers is equal to 21 more than the second integer. I'll take it again. Determine the 3 consecutive odd integers such that twice the sum of the first and third integers is 21 more than the second integer.
First number is 5. The second number is 7. Last number is 9.
That is correct for 3 points. My contestants, kindly watch me. No communication with the audience. Okay, great. Share educational complex, your question. 3 consecutive even integers are such that the sum of the first integer and twice the second integer is 20 more than the third integer. 3 consecutive even integers are such that the sum of the first integer and twice the second integer is 20 more than the third integer. Find the numbers. Yes, Nanajwa.
10, 12, 14.
That is correct. BACE Model School. 3 consecutive integers are such that the sum of the first integer and 4 times the second integer is 54 more than the third integer. 3 consecutive integers are such that the sum of the first integer and 4 times the second integer is 54 more than the third integer. Find the numbers.
First number is 12, second number is 14, and third number is 16.
That is not correct.
12, 13, 14.
That is incorrect. Share educational.
13, 14, 15.
That is correct. The fourth set. Again, you will have images and you have to identify the following cloud storage service providers. I'll begin with KYERE Educational, your image.
iCloud.
That is incorrect. Bonus. AHENEMBA.
Microsoft Cloud.
No. BACE model. Okay, the time is up. Microsoft OneDrive. Microsoft OneDrive. BACE model, your image.
Google Drive.
That is correct. AHENEMBA International, your image. Been bailed out. Bonus. That's Dropbox. It even looks like a box. Okay, the fifth set of questions. This is also a calculation question for 50 seconds. I'll begin with BACE model. A coffee maker is connected to a circuit with a resistor of 10K ohms. That's 10 kilo ohms. If the power consumed by the coffee maker is 2,500 watts, calculate the current flowing through the circuit. A coffee maker is connected to a circuit with a resistor of 10 kilo ohms. If the power consumed by the coffee maker is 2,500 watts, calculate the current flowing through the circuit.
250 ampere.
No, that's wrong. Come again.
$5,000 ampere.
That is wrong. AHENEMBA.
0.25 amperes.
That is wrong. KYERE Educational.
0.5 amperes.
That is correct. Please calm down for our buzzers. Okay. AHENEMBA International, your question. A circuit has a current of 6 amperes flowing through it, and the resistor has a value of 2 kilo ohms. Determine the power consumed by the circuit. A circuit has a current of 6 amperes flowing through it, and the resistor has a value of 2 kilo ohms. Determine the power consumed by the circuit.
12,000 volts.
That is not correct.
That is 3.33.
That, again, is incorrect. BACE model.
18 watts.
That is wrong. True educational.
72 kilowatt.
That is correct. So please, calm down for the buzzer. When you hear the time up, then you press it. Or when they finish answering, then you press it. Otherwise, you have to press it multiple times. Thank you. True educational, your major question. A heater is connected to a circuit with a resistor of 5 kilo ohms. If the voltage across the heater is 15 volts, determine the power consumed by the heater. A heater is connected to a circuit with a resistor of 5 kilo ohms. If the voltage across the heater is 15 volts, determine the power consumed by the heater.
45 watt.
That is wrong.
$45 kilowatts.
That is again wrong. A bonus, AHENEMBA.
5 kilowatts.
That is wrong. BACE model.
0.075 kilo. 0.0.
That is wrong. 0.045 watts. It's 5 kilo ohms. Okay. All right. The next set of questions I'll read out as statements, and you have to tell me whether they are true or false. And of course, these questions cannot be passed on as bonuses. I'll begin with AHENEMBA International School. A body with zero net force must be stationary. Is that true or false?
True.
That unfortunately is false. If a body has a zero net force, it could be moving at constant velocity, so it doesn't mean it's stationary. Okay. True educational complex. When two identical cars traveling at different speeds collide head-on and come to a complete stop after the collision, they experience the same force of impact. Is that true or false?
True.
True is correct. BACE Model School. In the absence of air resistance, a feather and a hammer dropped simultaneously from the same height in a vacuum will hit the ground at the same time. Is that true or false?
False.
Unfortunately, that's true. The last set of questions in this round, true educational. Bile is acidic and helps to maintain the acidity of chyme coming from the stomach. Is that true or false?
False.
False is correct. BACE Model School. The gallbladder produces and stores bile for digestion. Is that true or false?
False.
False is correct. AHENEMBA International School. Reflux of bile into the stomach and esophagus can erode the protective lining and cause inflammation. Is that true or false?
True.
True is correct. And on that note, we come to the end of the first round of this contest. Let's clap for our contestants. And another big round of applause. Please clap for them. Give them morale. Clap for them. Okay. So at the end of round 1, in no particular order, we have KYERE Educational Complex with 15 points. Let's clap for them. BACE Model JHS with 7 points. And AHENEMBA International School with 9 points. Before we move on to our second round, would like to thank all our audience in person and online. Thank you so much for joining us for this last contest of the quarter final of the JSMQ competition. To our second round, round 2, the fastest brain, fastest finger round. Now in this round, one question will be read out, and the contestants will compete to be the first to answer. Each question in this round carries a score of 4 points. When a contestant is ready to respond, kindly press your buzzer before you attempt to answer. Answering before pressing your buzzer will disqualify your school from the question, and even if your answer is correct, it will be nullified. Now, after the buzzer is pressed, dear contestants, you have 3 seconds to answer. If a school gets a question wrong, then the 2 remaining schools get to compete to answer. And be reminded that a wrong answer in this round attracts a penalty of 1 point. Before we move on, let's again test our buzzers. We'll begin with AHENEMBA International School, BACE Model JHS, KYERE Educational Complex. So we move. The first question. What is the term for the protective layer outside the root tip that helps in the absorption of water and nutrients? BACE Model. Root cap is correct. For the second question, you have a diagram. So you are to determine M plus N minus O. So you have 2 parallel lines vertically and then diagonal lines which are also parallel. You have an angle at the top which is 67 degrees. You have M, N, and O, and then you have a line in between the 2 parallel lines with an angle of 103 degrees. Okay, so kindly restart the time. Thank you. So you have to determine M plus N minus O. Can I have some silence in the audience? BACE Model?
108.
That is wrong. KYERE Educational?
100 and 140. 140.
Time up. AHENEMBA, would you like to take a go? Okay. So, Ban, finish what you were saying. 140 words.
149.
That's correct. But I won't give it to you because you were bailed out. So the answer is 149 degrees. Okay, so the third question. Which plant hormone is associated with the ripening of fruits? And again, you've been bailed out. The answer is ethylene. Ethylene. So you have a calculation question. In a circuit, there are 3 resistors in series with resistance of 10 ohms, 20 ohms, and 30 ohms. If a voltage of 12 volts is applied, calculate the current. Share educational.
0.
That is correct. The next question. Which structural form, or what we call allotrope, of carbon is a very hard crystalline 3D. Share educational.
Diamond.
Diamond is correct. The next question. Which finger is used to type the percent symbol, AHENEMBA International?
The left index finger.
That is correct. And the final question, also calculation. A car of mass 1,000 kilograms moving with a velocity of 20 meters per second is brought to rest by applying brakes in 10 seconds. What is the force applied by the brakes? Share educational.
500 Newton.
No. AHENEMBA.
1,000.
Come again.
1,000 newtons.
That is wrong. BACE model, you have a chance. And the time is up. The answer is 2,000 newtons. And on that note, we come to the end of the second round. Let's give our contestants a big round of applause. That was a very interesting second round. And at the end of the round, for round 2 scores alone, in no particular order, Share Educational Complex, 6 points. Let's clap for them. BACE Model School, 3 points. AHENEMBA International School, 3 points. So at the end of round 2, we have BACE Model School with 10 points. Let's clap for them. AHENEMBA International School with 12 points. And KYERE Educational Complex with 21 points. Before we move on to the third round, would like to again thank all our audience in person and online, and also our sponsors, KNUST e-learning, KNUST Institute of Distance Learning, Dext Technologies, Multi-Credit Savings and Loans Limited, Pizzaman Chicken Man, Fonjo Images, and our media partner, Kesben TV. So my contestants, for the third round, your packages are under your desks, so kindly take them out. You can open them. So I'm going to read out the preamble and the question for today's Science and Technology Challenge. So for round 3, one question will be read out. Kindly pay attention to me for now. Pay attention to me. One question will be read out, or one question will be given to all the schools, and this question will require that the contestants perform a task that will be assessed. Now, the score for this round is 15 points. Contestants will be given up to 15 minutes to complete the task. And this round is proudly sponsored by the DEX Science Set from DEX Technologies, where we say practical science is now practical. So you can now turn over your sheets and read with me your preamble. You have been provided with a battery V, 3 resistors, R1, R2, and R3, 2 light-emitting diodes labeled L1 and L2, and resistor labeled EBC. So kindly make sure you have all of these components, and then you have some connecting wires as well. Now, your first task is to construct a circuit in the diagram given in your sheets provided. Now, after you complete the circuit, you are to connect the positive terminal of the battery V to the point A and observe what happens to LEDs L1 and L2. After that, you are to connect the negative terminal of the battery V to point A, observe what happens to the LEDs L1 and L2. Then you are to write down your observations in both tasks and state what logical gate was demonstrated by this experiment and give one application of this circuit. Contestants, you have 15 minutes. Your time starts now. hear the timeout bell, kindly leave your experiment as it is. Do not touch it again after you hear the timeout bell. Contestants, you have just 1 more minute. And as I said, after you hear the bell, do not touch your experiment. Just leave it as it is. Contestants, your time is up. Pens down. Pens down. So I'll come round, pick your sheets, and mark your experiments.
ideal Solomon Bennett student is someone who is an all-rounder. I mean, practically, intellectually, morally, physically. First, the study of science was chew, pour, pass, and forget.
As a school, we thought it's as very important to let our children have a practical experience with what they study. So as a school, we decided to introduce the science sets.
As a parent, I experience what is being taught to my child in school, in the house, and I see my children telling me this is what brings the force to the machine that is carrying the load and the rest, and I'm like, wow, if at grade 5 and 6, a child is able to have all this at the back of their mind and be hands-on, then the future is bright.
Science sets has been the game changer for Solomon Bennett Memorial as a school.
The ideal Solomon Bennett student is someone who is an all-rounder. I mean, practically, intellectually, morally, physically. First, the study of science was chew, pour, pass, and forget.
As a school, we thought it's as very important to let our children have a practical experience with what they study. So as a school, we decided to introduce the science sets.
As a parent, I experience what is being taught to my child in school, in the house, and I see my children telling me this is what brings the force to the machine that is carrying the load.
You are all warmly welcome back. We just finished our Science and Technology Challenge round. And before I go through what each school did and the marks that was awarded, I would plead your indulgence to kindly go through what was expected of the contestants. So, the contestants were given some components and they were to set up a circuit. And for correctly setting up the circuits, they get 6 points. Then for correct observations to connecting of the positive terminal of the battery to point A and the negative terminal of the battery to point A, they get a point each, so that gives them a total of 8 points. Then to the related questions. To the related questions, we have what their observations were for the tasks that was given, and what logical gate was demonstrated, and then they were to give one application of the circuit. A minute, please. Okay, good. So, for the observations, in task 1, the L2 was supposed to stay off and the L1 come on, and in task 2, the L1 was supposed to go off, and then the L2 comes on. Then the answer for what kind of gate is the NOT gate, N-O-T gate. And then applications, automatic switching of appliances, security systems, alarm systems. So any of those answers gives you 2 additional points, and so that gives a total of 15 points. Now, in no particular order, I'm going to start with KYERE Educational Complex. For your circuit points, now I gave marks for each correct connection. So I'm going to walk you through it. So for correctly connecting your battery, you get a point. For correctly connecting your transistor, the EBC, at the 3 different points, you get 2 points. Then for the LED, L2, you get a point. For L1, you get a point. And for the 2 resistors and the point A, you get another point. So that gives you 6 points. So for KYERE Educational Complex, you had your battery connection correct. You had your transistor connection correct. And then you had your resistors correct and your LED, that was the L1 correct. But you turned your L2, and then your parallel connection between R1 and L2 was also wrong. So you lose 2 points, and so you get 4 out of 6 points. Please, let's clap for them. Now, because the answers to the questions or to the observations were based on the correct connections, even though you had a light coming on, it wasn't based on the correct connection. So I don't give you any points for that. You weren't able to correctly state the logic gate that was being used, and then your application, you said it's used as an amplifier, which is not correct. And so you get a total of 4 out of 15 points. Now, BACE model. You had your battery connection correct, your R1 correct, R2 correct, R3 correct, L2 correct, L1 correct, transistors correct, and so you get the full 6 points for the connection. Now, because of that, obviously, you had your observations correct, so you get the full 2 points for that. But for the gate, you said the AND gate. We are asking for the NOT gate. And then your application, you said billboards. That is incorrect. So you get a total of 8 out of 15. AHENEMBA, I'm not sure what happened. You connected almost everything in series while you were supposed to have some parallel connections. So the only 2 points you had correct were the 2 battery, where the batteries were supposed to connect. So you had the R3 correct and you had the L2 correct. Those were the only points you had correct. So you have 2 points, and because of that, everything else was wrong. So you have 2 out of 15. So, at the end of round 3, we have AHENEMBA International School with 14 points. Let's clap for them. BACE Model JHS with 18 points. And KYERE Educational Complex still leading with 25 points. Before we move on to round 4, we have a substitution for BACE Model School. We will bid a farewell to Melissa as we invite Ahmed. Let's clap for them as they switch. Please keep clapping. Are your hands tired? Keep clapping. You are welcome, Ahmed. Kindly introduce yourself to us.
My name is Abudu Ahmed Bilal.
Let's clap for him. Great. We still have 2 more rounds, and so my contestants, all hope is not lost. Still fight the good fight till the very end. Bring up your best, and let's see how it ends. The 4th round. This round is a decoding the clues round. And in this round, I will read out the question as a series of clues. If the question is answered correctly on the first clue, 6 points are awarded. If it's answered correctly on the second clue, 5 points. On the third clue, 4 points. Fourth or any other clue is 3 points. Again, my contestants, please press your buzzer before attempting to answer a question. And try to be audible enough so that we can hear you. Please make sure your microphones are on and do not turn them off. Now, failing to press the buzzer before answering obviously disqualifies you from the question and will nullify your answer even if you are correct. Before we move on, let's again test our buzzers. We'll start with KYERE Educational Complex, BACE Model JHS, AHENEMBA International. Great. So the first set. I am an essential part of communication in both living organisms and mechanical systems. I'll take the first clue again. I am an essential part of communication in both living organisms and mechanical systems. In electronics, I am an electrical or electromagnetic wave that carries information. In transportation, I manage AHENEMBA International.
Electron.
That is wrong. In transportation, I help manage traffic flow and ensure safe travel. In biology, I refer to any behavior or function that triggers a response in other organisms. My strength and quality can be affected by various factors such as distance and interference. Who am I?
Impulse.
Come again.
Impulse.
That is wrong. AHENEMBA, you have it. Sorry, KYERE Educational.
Amplitude.
That is wrong. Anyone in the audience would like to try? Okay, so the answer is signal. Signal. The second set of clues. I am shaped like small sacs or grapes. There are millions of me inside the human body. KYERE Educational.
Alveolus.
That is correct. So you answered on the second clue, 5 points. The third set. I am a widely used term in the field of agriculture and gardening. In horticulture and agriculture, I am a crucial abbreviation. My balance is important. Too much or too little of me, or only one part of me, can lead to poor plant health or growth. Different proportions of me can be adjusted to suit different types of plants and growth stages. My representation is fundamental in understanding plant nutrition and fertilizer composition. KYERE Educational.
NPK.
That is correct. Last clue, 3 points. The last set of clues in this round. Every organism requires me to perform life-sustaining functions. I am categorized based on the amounts of me your body needs. AHENEMBA, come again.
Food.
That is wrong. A lack of me can lead to diseases of deficiency, whereas excess intake, educational.
Food nutrients.
That is correct. The third clue, 4 points. And on that exciting note, the end of round 4. Complex with 12 points. Let's clap for them. BACE Model School with no points, and AHENEMBA International School with no points. Thank you. So the total at the end of round 4, we have AHENEMBA International School still holding 14 points, BACE Model School still holding 18 points, and KYERE Educational Complex with 37 points. Before round 5, we have substitutions. For KYERE Educational Complex, both Edmond and Nanajwa are leaving us, and Michael and Roland are joining us. Thank you so much, Nanajwa, and thank you, Edmond. For BACE Model School, we have Amadou Mariam leaving us, and Maltiti joining us. Thank you so much, Mariam. You did so well. Thank you. And then finally, for AHENEMBA International School, thank you, my audience, thank you. For AHENEMBA International School, we have both Nana Kobna and Cordelia leaving us, and joining us, we have Ajwa and Princess. Let's clap for them. Thank you so much, Nanajwa, and thank you so much. Please, let's clap till they take their seats. So would like our new contestants to introduce themselves to us. We'll begin with KYERE Educational Complex.
Nana Opok Roland. Manu Michael Griffith.
Thank you. For BACE Model JHS.
Hassan Zuleha Maititi.
Thank you so much. And for AHENEMBA International School.
It's Chelsea Chebraku Heaven.
Ajwa Nochwa Akwa.
Thank you. Again, we are reminded that this is the last quarterfinal contest of the Junior Science and Maths Quiz 2023 edition. Round 5, the rules. There will be 3 sets of questions in this round. Each set has a main question and 2 sub-questions. Schools will compete to be the first to ring their buzzer. The first school to ring its buzzer will be allowed to answer the first question. If the school answers a question correctly, then they have the right to answer the next sub-question. The main question will be passed on for full marks if it is incorrectly answered by the school that rings the buzzer first. The sub-questions in a set will be passed on as a bonus if it is incorrectly answered. Bonus questions will be competed for by ringing the buzzer. 3 points will be awarded for answering the main question correctly and 1 point for each sub-question. Okay, so contestants, you have 1 attempt after you have been called on for ringing your buzzer. When any of the competing schools is unable to answer a question, the question ends. I hope we are all clear on the instructions. Good. The first set. In which year did Peter Agri receive a Nobel Prize? Share educational.
2003.
That is correct. Share educational. What was his prize share?
Half price.
That is correct. The next sub-question. What is the name given to the protein he isolated? Go ahead.
Agri-protein.
That is wrong. It goes for a bonus. BACE model.
Insulin.
That is wrong. AHENEMBA. Okay. So the answer was aquaporin. Aquaporin. The next set. Who won the Nobel Prize in Physiology or Medicine for the investigations and discoveries related to tuberculosis? Share educational.
Robert Koch.
That is correct. Share educational. In which year did he receive the award?
1905.
That is wrong. AHENEMBA.
1906.
That is wrong. BACE model.
1908.
That is wrong. It's 1903. And with that, this set ends. Now the third and final set, last question for this contest, last question for the quarterfinals. Who received the Nobel Prize in Physics for discovering the exclusion principle? Share educational.
Wolfgang Pauli.
That is correct. Share educational. In which year did he win the prize?
1945.
That is correct. Next question. What was his prize share?
Full price.
That is correct. And with that, we come to the end of the contest. Let's clap for our contestants. Another round of applause for our wonderful contestants. So at the end of round 5, we are KYERE Educational Complex with 12 points and BACE Model AHENEMBA International with no points. Now, before I announce the final scores and the winner for this competition that is going to move on to the semi-finals, I would again like to say a big, big thank you to all our audience, all our schools. Thank you, our in-person audience, our online audience. Thank you so much for joining us. Our sponsors, thank you so much for being with us. KNUST e-learning for all our production, media, and video coverages. We are truly grateful. At the KNUST e-learning center, we say just a click. The KNUST Institute of Distance Learning, thank you so much for making our journey around the nation easy during our regionals. Your venues were very well appreciated. At KNUST IDL, we say lifelong learning, an essential key for development. DEX Technologies, we are super grateful for powering our Science and Technology Challenge round. We couldn't have done it without you. You always kept it very exciting and hands-on. At DEX Technologies, we say practical science is now practical. Multi-Credit Savings and Loans Limited, thank you so much for our prizes this year. Your generous contributions have been a cornerstone to our success. At Multi-Credit, where customer service is our priority, your commitment shines through in every aspect of your service. Pizzaman Chicken Man, thank you so much for the meal packages. Your dedication to providing delightful culinary experiences has been very evident. At Pizzaman Chicken Man, where great food lives, every bite tells a story of quality and excellence. Fonjo Images, we are so grateful for providing beautifully captured and well-framed photographs for our top 3 contestants. At Fonjo Images, we keep your memories alive. Now to our media partner, Kesben TV, thank you so much for partnering with us. Your engaging broadcast and commitment to quality have significantly amplified our reach and impact. We are deeply appreciative of your dedication and your collaboration. Let's clap once again for our sponsors and partners. This is the Junior Science and Maths Quiz organized by KNUST in collaboration with GES and Eridec Ghana. So to our scores. At the end of the last quarterfinal contest for the 2023 edition, we have AHENEMBA International School finishing with a total of 14 points. Let's clap for them. BACE Model School, you did so well. You finished with a total of 18 points. Let's clap for them. And KYERE Educational Complex, you finished with a total of 49 points. So thank you so much, AHENEMBA. Thank you so much, BACE Model. And congratulations, KYERE Educational Complex, for moving on to the semi-finals of the 2023 edition. Thank you so much, my audience, for giving us an exciting contest. Thank you so much. Have a wonderful evening and see you tomorrow for the semi-finals.